Welcome to Pitch Your Startup, presented by Innovate. This is your host, Bob Shami, and we're delighted to have our guest, Ondrej Zak, who is the founder and the CEO of an app and a technology called Zario. Ondrej, welcome to Pitch Your Startup. Great to have you today. And please give us an introduction about yourself and about this amazing, amazing app that you came up with, Zario.
Perfect. Thank you very much, Bob. My name is Ondrej. I'm originally from Prague, and I kind of moved around a lot. So from Prague, I studied in Germany, then I went to Switzerland, now moved to the Bay Area. And when I was during my career, when I was working in consulting and building tools for big corporations at Accenture, I encountered the biggest problem of my life, and I became really addicted to my phone. And for me, when I realized it, it was the worst struggle because I tried so many different things to change it, but I just kept going back to my old habits. And then I was thinking like, am I going crazy? Like, I don't want to be using these apps. Then I delete them. And the next week I download them again, even though I kind of don't want to be using them. And that made me dig deeper. And I read some amazing books by Nir Eyal. That wrote Hooked and Indistractable, and that helped me understand the habits that were driving me to behave like this. So then I felt, okay, I'm not crazy. It's normal that these products are habit forming and make us spend more time on the phone than we would want to. And that was the motivation to start Zario, because there were already tools in the market, but all of them are just about blocking. They were restricting me and blocking, but it just didn't work because when I had a craving, I just went around it. And I wanted to create something that makes phone and screen time reduction more fun, makes it easy based on US research to, kind of how to change habits. And that was the, decision to start Zario.
Wow, amazing. So Zario came out of desperation, help yourself. And I think some of the most successful startup ideas comes from that. Either you see a problem and you cannot find a solution, or nobody has a solution, so you come up with your own solution, or you needed help with something, and that's exactly what Zario is. So break it down for us. Break Zario for us. How does it work, and how does it, how does it benefit other people like yourself, and to kind of, use it and come up with a positive, how should I say? Positive reaction from it.
Yeah, sure. So it's a phone app that what you can imagine like this. You can select any apps that you consider distracting, and then you can decide how much time you want to spend with them. What's your alpha limit? And when you're within these boundaries, it just shows you how much time you have remaining every time you open them. So you kind of learn to process, okay, I've already spent an hour on TikTok today, or I spent an hour scrolling. So that's the first element. And the second element, we have an AI coach that's called Zario, and that helps you find other alternatives to it. So whenever you want to go over your limit, you need to have a talk with Zario, and it roasts you for spending too much time on the phone. So we realized that people really like to be roasted in a funny way. Now we even sprinkled in some Christmas jokes. And that in this engaging way motivates you to work on your goal. So no matter what your goal is, whether it's to run a marathon or spend more time with your family, Zario is there to give you the time for it. That you would
So wait a second. You said Zario, so you can actually verbally interact with Zario?
Yes.
Oh,
You have
voice activated AI, so you could speak
no.
back
You,
to
you
it.
you chat now. We
Oh,
are
you
adding
chat.
voice activated, but now it's chatting.
Okay, okay. But you will add a voice activated
Yes.
Zario. Amazing. I mean, that's going to be like literally like a parent kind of companion. Like, hey, Bob, get off TikTok. Hey, Bob, get off Instagram.
Yeah.
Spend more time learning. Spend time sleeping, exercising, or working. Try to make some money.
Yeah, exactly. Well, what we realized is that people laugh and it's funny because before we had the coach, it was more like a mom being strict, and people like it, but people love tough love, when it's like strict but makes jokes and makes it a bit easy and more relaxed. But exactly as you described.
Wow. So Zaria is kind of a strict parent for adults, you
Yes.
know, that is say, yeah, okay, kids go to sleep, whatever. Now let me have my time and just scroll and scroll and scroll. It's really interesting, actually, because I know they're similar, but it's a bit different. But the way you did it with Zario, I never heard of it before. I never heard of anything like this. Is there any other apps similar to
Um,
Zario?
well, there are other screen time apps, but there's no one else who uses AI the same way we do. So at the moment, you can have other apps that just help you restrict and set limits and boundaries, but no one where you would have this kind of coaching experience.
Coaching experience and the interaction, I think it's really something new. And once you add, I think the voice activated coaching or kind of, how should I say, somebody looking over you, that's amazing. That's you can actually have a conversation. I mean, let's talk about the chat. What do you have? The text. So you can literally have a full conversation on text with Zario.
Yeah, it's powered by the newest GPT models, and it understands your call. So you can put in your call, it knows your name, and then you just have, you enter in and say, "Hey, I want to have 20 minutes more of TikTok," and then it says like, "Okay, do you really think that watching 20 minutes of cat video or people dancing is gonna help you with your call to nail the next exam or something?" And then you just have a conversation around it.
Wow, very interesting. So, what do you hope to accomplish with Zario for the future?
So, you know, I'm gonna ask you a question. Imagine you are in a
Please.
room with five people
Yes, sir.
who want to steal all your belongings. Would you bring a bodyguard with you?
Would I bring a? Yeah, I would.
Okay, now imagine a different room with five psychopaths who know everything about you. They know everything you've been doing on your phone for the last years. And now they try to manipulate you to spend 20 years of your life scrolling on your phone. Wouldn't you want to bring someone like Zaria with you?
Absolutely. To kind of say, hey, time to go to sleep.
Yeah,
You've been on it already for 45 minutes and it's past 12 midnight. Go to bed.
exactly. And we believe that technology is only going to get more addictive. And our vision is to be there as kind of the smart guardian angel, people's shoulder that helps them, focus, protects their attention, and protects the most valuable thing we have, time. And that's the value proposition we give our users. We save them 1 hour per day on average, which is the time that you can use to read a couple of books, to maybe even write a book, right, in a year.
Yes.
With
Yes.
400 hours.
Absolutely. I call it the secret guardian. That's what it is. The
Yeah.
secret guardian. Amazing, Zario. So, is the platform available and it's out there on iOS and Android to be downloaded? Because you said it's an app, correct?
Yes, correct. It's on both platforms, but we have the more advanced AI features for now only on iOS, but we adding them on Android next year.
Okay. Now, not to be ignorant, but is this app service free? Is it a monthly subscription, annual,
So
or
the
is
app
it?
is free, but to use the AI features, you have to have the Pro version. You can, of course, start a free trial. It costs $60 annual subscription or $12 monthly subscription.
$60 annual? That's pretty cheap. That is absolutely pretty cheap. Okay. And or you pay $12 month to month,
Yeah.
monthly subscription. Great. And so, what other features coming into Zario beside the voice activated Guardian Angel Zario, where you can literally have a full conversation with Zario? I
Yeah,
would say,
so very exciting thing that's coming and that's going to make these conversations so much better is we are one of the first apps in the market to integrate with all your data from Google, TikTok, and Meta. So there's a new law that was passed beginning of this year that forces big tech to give us access to this data. And with this data, we will understand exactly what motivates you, what are the topics you're interested in, what kind of lifestyle you have, what's your job. So all the conversations are gonna have much more depth because we can use this data to really nudge you towards the things that matter to you.
wow. So pretty much Zario is not just an app that limits you on your screen time. It actually also guides you and motivates you because you said once you have all this data extracted, whether and what I scroll, what I do, business, writing emails, texting, searching, buying, all of this. It kind of understands you. And then you take that and you mold it to where Zario able to have a conversation with me, whether it's on text or by voice, and tells me, hey, isn't it better off you go and finish that email that you have, or do this business, or finish your trip, whatever it is that I was working on, that Zario able to see all of that, correct?
Yeah, also whatever it is that really motivates you, because we understand that people don't want to be restricted, right? People don't want to
Correct.
feel like there's Zario is the bad guy controlling them. It's more like showing you the right direction, right? Say, hey, you want to relax, you want to take a break from work, totally makes sense, but maybe it's better to just, call your wife or play a game on the phone that's really
Stimulates your mind and
stimulates your
relaxes you.
mind and not
Yeah.
just mindlessly scroll.
But I like the idea of actually, especially the voice activity is going to be much, much more. You'll have higher rate of usage than just typing and texting, because then you'll be able to kind of have the phone next to you or leave it on the table or whatever you're saying. You're sitting, you're laying down, and literally have a conversation with Zario. Would Zario be like that movie, Her? Will be that the new kind of companion where, where kind of guides you to do? Is it? Is,
I mean, in the longer term, it could really help you. I think that the her is a bit too extreme, but I would say going in a direction and using all different inputs to really guide you towards the better life choices with the coaching style that you enjoy, right? Because we see some of our users want to have a coaching style that's very, empathetic and understands that sometimes they are stressed and sometimes they are, anxious about something. Some other people just want to get roasted all the time and, want to have a really hardcore SEAL Navy style coaching. So even this will be then tailored to you, and also using machine learning to understand which kind of method actually works for you, right? With the goal to increase your life satisfaction. Our goal is not to restrict your screen time, but just make you use your time in a better way that leads to your higher satisfaction, no matter what it is, right? If your
and
goal
more
is,
positive and better results.
yes,
But do I see the future here once you install or activate the voice AI voice feature, that would Zario could be the new or the future of private, personal, motivational AI kind of
yeah,
person?
co-pilot or coach.
Yeah, would it
Yeah,
be?
yeah,
Wow, huh? I mean, you're onto something way beyond just limiting screen time. It's
yeah,
pretty much basically Zario could be that person where you literally understands all your device usage, and based on that gather information and help you. But then you can start, the more you interact with Zario verbally, you would Zario will start to gather more and more information and learn more about you and give you advice and motivates you. Oh, I don't
yeah.
feel like working out today, Zario. Well, I think you should get up. I think, why? What's stopping you from going in early in the morning and working out? You know, I want to have another cup of coffee. I want to have a drink. Why another drink? You need it for. And, I don't feel like working. I don't, no, you need to work. You need to advance yourself. You need to do this. You need to progress. Wow.
Yeah, exactly. And like
You're
with
onto
big
something
screen
way
time,
bigger than just limit screen time for users or for humans.
yeah, like for us, screen time is just the entry point because, right now, whenever people want to procrastinate, 90% of time they go for the phone. And then we can intercept with the phone opening and then use this moment, this chance to do something else to redirect them.
Well, let's talk about. Are you the only founder of Zaria? Are you the only founder? Or
I
you have
have a
any
co-founder.
partners? You have a co-founder. So was Zario built on bootstrap, meaning your own fundings, you and your partner, or co-founder, or pretty much you had any investors come in and say, "Hey, here's some money."
Yeah, so we were pretty much bootstrapped. We got some grants at the beginning, and then at the beginning of this year, we did a small friends and family round of 200,000. That's how we financed the further development of the app.
Wow. Are you a software engineer? Is your partner a software engineer, or you hired outside help?
So my co-founder developed part of the app, but then we eventually hired a professional CTO um, who
To
developed the
do it.
current app.
Amazing, amazing. So are you looking for more funding, or you guys pretty good? That's it.
No, we're looking for more funding, so we are now in the middle of our fundraising. We're raising 2 million. We already have over 1 million committed, um, with the goal to close beginning of next year.
Wow. Is it fair? Can I ask, or if I'm not allowed, you don't have to answer that. If you're raising 2 million, how much percentage from Zario's share you guys giving out?
So roughly between 15 and 20%. This will eventually depend on the final rounds and what we can get in the market.
So 15 to 20% for $2 million of Zario. So what's the evaluation on Zario? Is it what I say, 10 million
Yeah, so right now we are discussing something between 10 and 15 million.
evaluation?
Yeah.
Amazing, amazing. Wow. And do you have a lot of users or no users yet, or you have just kind of in the beta version right now?
No, we have 5,000 users.
Amazing. And these 5,000 are organic, or you guys put some marketing behind it, or just people heard about the app, you guys just promoting it yourself on social media?
Yeah, so I would say about two-thirds are organic and one-third are now from our social media ads. We started using them a couple of months ago. Usually we target people who've been scrolling long into the night, at 11 p.m., 1 a.m., 2 a.m., and then they see one of our video ads that's kind of combinational between making you feel motivated and guilty, and then people download Zario and uh, usually start a free trial.
So you have a $1 million committed from investors. You get that $1 million, I hope. And what would you do? What's the first business order of business? What
Yes,
would you do?
so we already have three hires that we've interviewed are ready to start. One of them is an AI engineer because we need more AI features that our CTO, can no longer build himself. Then we will hire a junior iOS developer, and then we will hire a video marketer, someone who's going to produce everyday social media videos because we see that's what resonates with our target audience. And then we already have the Google integration with the Google data, but we will add the integration of Meta and TikTok because then we will be really able to see what people are doing on the phone. And we have many users who tell us, hey, I want to go to my phone and I want to check Instagram and text with my friends, but I don't want to get caught in the endless reels. And we will be able to tell it. So we will be able to say, hey, Bob, you said you didn't want to watch any reels, you just wanted to reply to your friends, so please go back. And we can even block the app, right? We just need to
Yes.
find the right balance. So next year is gonna be really working on the more advanced AI features to find the right balance between being strict and helpful, and also we'll start integrating with third-party apps because we see many people, for example, want to learn a language, right? They
Yes.
say, I never have time to learn a language, but actually, with apps like Duolingo, you only need a couple of minutes per day, which everybody has. So
Yeah.
we will start redirecting people to other apps based on their interest. That's
Wow.
also something we adding next year.
So you are going to have kind of a more collaboration partnerships with other platforms
Yes.
that Zario would direct them based on their interest and what they want to do.
Yes, exactly.
Wow. A lot of interesting things happening in 2025, I guess, for Zario, to be on the lookout for it. And if you want to download the app, just go to iOS or Android and just put Zario,
Yes, exactly.
Zario. Okay, great. So you're looking for investors. If somebody out there wants to invest in Zario, I would say it's a great opportunity and extremely amazing invention because I'm looking at it as the guide motivator, the private personal guide motivator that really always talking to you and guiding you towards a positive path, I would say. So you're looking for investors, and you got $1 million committed, which is amazing. You're looking to complete that $2 million raise, and a lot of new features coming up in 2025. Anything on the horizon for you? The founder of Zario, Ondrej Zak.
For me, well, I'm now in the process of moving to the Bay Area. So for me, next year is gonna be about discovering San Francisco, and
Amazing.
seeing what is the best way to indulge in this super creative ecosystem. So that's
Yes.
the exciting next chapter for my co-founder and I.
Lovely. Well, first of all, it's been amazing. I wish you the best of luck, and thank you for joining us today on Pitch Your Startup. Just don't forget to follow us and on social media, and subscribe and like and share, and see you guys again. Thank you again. Thanks,
Thank you
Andre.
so much, Bob. It was a
My
pleasure.
pleasure. Yes, same here. Likewise, and best of luck, my friend.
Thank you.